Love it. Bruce in Oregon, you're up.
Agapi, I have absolutely loved everything that you have said. Thank you so much for being with us today. I have not had the pleasure of reading your books. However, I am wondering, how did you unbind your heart? You referenced it earlier, that it was kind of like this. And I'd be fascinated to know your Reader's Digest answer to that question.
There you are. I was looking for you to look at your face. Hi, Bruce. Let me see. How can I answer that? Because, you know, I have a journey, which obviously, you know, we can't cover in this short webinar that we have. And I recommend highly, Bruce, if I may, that other than this book, if you can order Unbinding the Heart from Amazon, the paperback, I'll tell the story very clearly of what I went through. You know, just to condense it, I started when the film that I went to from London to Los Angeles to do didn't work out. I embarked on a spiritual path because my mother taught me meditation and yoga when I was 12 years old, and my sister. She was reading a book I highly recommend called The Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. And I started to read that in English. I was 22 years old in Los Angeles, and I was doing 3 hours of yoga every day, which opened my Kundalini. So there I was, you know, 22, not unknown, no money, no career, but lots of people who loved Agape, and I loved them, but absolutely not knowing whatever I was going to do in LA by myself, my family in London. I had a spiritual awakening, which I described very clearly in Unbinding the Heart. I prayed for a spiritual teacher. I met my spiritual teacher in Los Angeles called John Roger. He passed away 5 years ago, and I followed the path. I met him called the Movement of Spiritual Inner Awareness. John Roger was a master on the planet. I still follow the teachings 40 years later. I did many seminars. I did the University of Santa Monica. I'll be happy to send you a course that they do call Loyalty to Your Soul. Please remind me when you send me an email. And I started to, with all these seminars, I started to heal my heart. And I remember I started to heal the pain that I was holding about my parents. So it was a process, Bruce, you know what I mean? It was like a process. It was an inner journey. And then John Rogers' energy, the healing energy of his love, because he was a huge spiritual heart on this planet, would often just hug me and always say to me, go beyond the pain to the beauty and the spirit of who you are. And there was a specific moment where I felt like the straitjacket from my heart broke. And I cried and I cried, and I felt the spirit come and heal me. And I say that I used to wake up every morning with angst in my life. And one day I woke up and the angst wasn't there, and it was grace. And it was grace. And now when the angst comes in, because the mind, the neural pathways of the mind can take you there, and I wake up and I'm in anxiety, I know how to counsel Agape and say, sweetheart, you don't have to do that. Let's go to the loving. Let's go to the sweetness of Agape. Let's go to the trust, remember? So every morning, literally, I have to remind myself, because this world is gravity. This world would take you down. Or I call my friend and I call my sister and I say, let's pray. Let's call in the light. I pray with friends all the time. I have a little group, inner circle. My sister was on at LAX. Her flight was delayed to San Francisco 3 hours. She sends me a text. Send light. Tell everyone I have about 10 people. I'm going, Ariana's flight, number, send light. Bang, the flight left like that. I will be in your inner circle.
You're welcome to it. Thank you so much.
You call me. You text me and say, I need the light for this. It is my joy and my passion to help people from the binds of this earth to move to the spirit. And Scott, please, if people want my cell, give it to them. Text me and say, I'm an outlier. I need the light. I'm going for an interview. I'm feeling burned out. I'm feeling I'm sinking. I'm feeling I have it. People email me, text me and say, I have a date. I'm so nervous. Send me light. I said, you got it. You're amazing. They're lucky to meet you. Go there with your light. We got to empower people because who we are is amazing.
Right. Trust me, when I get a text from Agape, I feel like I could run through a wall, and I read it about 14 times. So